Hi everyone, Jonathan here as usual. This will probably be the last long video of this year, aside from the shorts, so I wanted to take this opportunity to thank everyone who helped me growing this channel up to 1000 subscribers, because this year we reached this number. And yeah, I didn't make a video like specifically for this milestone, but I still wanted to say thank you to everyone for being part of this project. So since I wanted to do something a bit different, today I want to share a little story from the last few months of my life. And it's something that pushed me way outside my visual comfort zone. And I thought that it could be interesting for you too, guys. So earlier this summer, the company I was working for here in Lisbon shut down. Of course, it's not like a great news, and you guys probably already know about this because I already talked about it in some videos, I think. But it gave me the opportunity to, I don't know, explore something new. So I started an online AI and business automation course offered from Italy and in collaboration with Dehancer and other partners. And I did it because it sounded kind of related to what I was doing before, like my previous job as a quality analyst. Spoiler, I already found a new job and it has absolutely nothing to do with any of this. So that's life, guys. So during the course, we learned about N8N, automations, APIs, databases, and other things that I didn't know anything about before starting the course, of course. But one of the projects was related to generative AI, and I thought that could be fun to try because, I never made anything like this, like a video made entirely with AI, you know. The goal was to create a commercial, and knowing the weird things AI can hallucinate, like continuity issues especially, I figured that making an ad about a physical product could have been a sort of disaster. So instead, I decided to create a spot about an emotion, like something that could work better for an association rather than a brand. Let me show it to you first, and then I'll walk you through the process.
Even beautiful things can change in an instant, leaving a silence where a hero used to stand. But a broken connection doesn't have to end the game. It just means it's time for a new teammate to step onto the field.
Right. Here, take the ball.
Big brothers.
Everything is
Because
fine.
no child should play alone.
So I created this video using Flow and VO3, and also the music and the voiceover are AI generated based on my prompts, basically. Then I took everything on DaVinci Resolve, and I did the editing and the color grading with Dehancer as usual. So one of the biggest challenges was the definition of a child. I wanted the protagonist to be a young boy whose father at one point of the video walks away, as you just saw in the video. But the AI really didn't want to generate a child. Probably it was because of safety rules, yeah, much probably, but still, I understand this. At the same time, it was not ideal for the concept because it was centered on the protagonist being a child, basically. So after a lot of prompting attempts, I managed to obtain a very young boy. Then I cleaned up all the generative AI weirdness on DaVinci, and I think that the result is pretty good. The emotion comes through, in my opinion. And the project was even mentioned among the standout works in the course, so yeah, it was nice. Even though I wasn't sure I made a good job because, I'm used to work with real footage, or at least the footage made by humans, and humans is me usually. So, what do I think about generative video after using it? Well, there's definitely potential, but I'm not sure it is something that works for me. Honestly, it feels too far from what I consider visual art, and it's way too imprecise for my taste, especially since you only get a small amount of credits on each platform, because the whole thing is a giant trial and error process, and as I said before, with a small amount of credits you can afford it in some ways, you know. Especially you can't afford to make mistakes, and it's kind of a contradiction in my opinion. Watching other projects from the course made this even clearer, because you can always tell when good editing saves the AI footage and when it is left to the mercy of the model with all the inconsistencies coming out, you know. So it's a new technology, it will evolve, it will get better probably, but my opinion right now is that it's interesting, it's fun to play with, but up to a certain point, you know. So guys, let me know what you think in the comments, and especially if you would actually make an entire video using only AI. And thanks again for watching, thanks for this milestone that I was mentioning before, 1000 subscribers, and see you in the next video, and in 2026 probably at this point. Bye guys.